the Knicks.
Now, Oakley's one of the all-time great defenders. I would hate to drive on this guy because when he hits you, everything hurts. He's like a tree trunk. Every time he hits you, it hurts.
Seeley with the catch on the shot. That's no good. Chris Childs quickly back. Is Stackhouse feeling it a bit too much now, forcing things a bit?
No, I think when you got a player who's in a rhythm like he's in right now, everybody on the team wants to see him continue to get off. So you continue, like I said, you feed the pig. You keep him going, you keep him going.
Johnson has it knocked away and a Piston foul.
Now, if he starts missing a lot and he starts shooting too much, then you say the pig is hoggish. then you quietly go over to him and you say, hey, you got to quit shooting now.
Malik Seeley committed the foul, his second. That's Johnson's 5th point.
Now, Stackhouse and I, we were shooting yesterday, and you see all these shots in here. Those are the shots that kind of get you going, those shots in there. And eventually you start hitting these shots from out here, and you always start inside and then work your way out.
That cluster of red shots made and then blue shots missed kind of supports the idea that he's a scorer, not a shooter.
That's correct. That's absolutely correct. And there's a big difference between a shooter and a scorer. A guy who can score, he can score from anywhere out on the court, but he's not really good from any place. He just gets your points from every place on the court, but he has no certain spot.
Knicks by 11 after the Johnson free throws. And a New York foul at the other end, and now Childs and Hill mix it up a little bit.
Well, New York likes to play a little rough. They've adopted the attitude that the Pistons used to have. The Pistons used to be the bad boys. They used to be the rough and tough team. Pat Riley came from Los Angeles out the We Beat Them in L.A. He came to New York, and he put the same type of bad boy attitude into the Knicks, and they still have a little of that left over.
Not a foul, but rather an illegal defense call against New York.
In Detroit right now has become a finesse team, and I think that's one of the dilemmas that they have. Do they want to be a power team or do they want to be a finesse team?
Hill was hammered. He was trying to answer. His way of answering isn't so much to throw a punch, but to get the ball on the very next possession and take it to Childs. Tries the floater over him, which he almost hit, but he was fouled in the process.
Well, the problem with being Grant Hill is that every night out, teams are gunning for you. He's the best player on the Pistons, and as he goes, the Pistons go. So every night out, they're sending 2, 3, 4, 5 guys to knock him off his game. But he's smart enough, he's heady enough, he's strong enough in the head that he stays into the game, and he doesn't let that type of stuff distract him.
Foul was on Oakley. Oakley's second. 1 of 2 for Hill, who now has 13 points. Knicks by 10. Final 2 minutes of the half.
Now you got a mismatch now here. Let's see if Larry Johnson can take advantage of it.
Starts with the head fake and the jumper that's good.
See that Larry Johnson draws double teams. He does the things that Patrick Ewing did in the low post. He draws the double team. He starts up for that wide open shot that time. And New York is shooting the ball extremely well right now.
Hill with Oakley helping Childs on him. Good ball movement, and Seeley got it back from Stackhouse. An excellent assist for Stackhouse.
It was a great pass by Stackhouse, a great dunk by Seeley, but at the end of the play, Oakley still put him to the floor.
Just to let him know he's there.
They're going to make you pay. No free chili. And what I mean by no free chili, there's no free layup.
Johnson tries to muscle it up, but misses. Last minute of the half, Pistons down by 10. Open shot from the baseline, no good for Seeley. Houston pulls up and misses a 3. Hill can't control the rebound. New York ball.
Now you wonder why a guy would come down and take a quick shot like that. What New York's strategy was right there was to go 2 for 1. They got 31 seconds left in the game right now, so now they have a chance to get another shot coming back down. That's why you're seeing the quick shot from Allen Houston. See, You got LJ, he's trapped in the post and starts giving the ump fake. Long goes flying by. That's a picture-perfect jump shot. You know, and now you see Grant Long coming back. He positions himself underneath the basket, and Seeley comes in and slams it over Charles Oakley. I just like to grunt like that because that's how I wish I could have did it. You know, if I could have got up and just dunked like that, that's how I'd have been one of them guys hollering out there. Oh!
31 seconds now to play in the half. New York with the 10-point lead at the ball. Seeley on Childs. Houston screening for him. Now Seeley takes Allen on a switch. 10 on the 24. Houston baseline throws up a lunging shot and is fouled by Seeley, who's pretty close to drawing a technical. Hugh Holland's just glaring at him as Seeley picks up his third. Tonight, NBC Saturday starts with an all-new National Geographic special, America's Endangered Species. Don't worry, Christy Yamaguchi is not one of those endangered species. She's part of the Equal World Professional Figure Skating Championships. Prime time begins at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, NBC tonight.
You know, I like those geographical specials because that's when they, like, show you all the animals and stuff and the sharks biting. Are you afraid of sharks?
No, not at all. I try to be in the vicinity of sharks as often as I can.
See, I'm one of them guys that won't go in the ocean because I've seen Jaws and, you know, that National Geographic stuff. I like reading about that stuff. You know, I like reading about how the lions bite people and they eat people and all that other stuff. So that never happens.
You know, even before I saw Robert Shaw bitten in half on the deck of the ship, I pretty much understood that I was afraid of sharks.
We need a bigger boat.
Last 10 seconds. Stackhouse almost lost it. Now Mills cuts in front. They may be able to get off a shot, but not that way. 2 bars, and that'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the half of the Knicks.
The Knicks by a dozen as we reach halftime. John Starks had 10 points in just 13 minutes of playing time. Grant Hill got 10 of his 13 in the second quarter. Stay tuned for the Prudential Halftime Report right after these messages.
Lisa Molosky, Knicks up by 12 at the half. I spoke with both coaches at the break. Coach Doug Collins said the Knicks screen and roll defense hurt the Pistons in the first half. So the Pistons have to find a way to generate more offense, and they'll do that by moving the ball around the perimeter. Knicks coach Jeff Van Gundy said the key to the second half for the Knicks is containing Grant Hill, who has 13 points at the break. They don't want to get beat off the dribble. Bob?
Lisa, thanks a lot. Coming in to this game, Grant Hill was shooting 43% from the floor this year. He's a career 48% shooter. Now, one of the problems for Detroit this year is that in the absence of Terry Mills, who went to Miami, a terrific long-range shooter, three-point artist, and with the line moved back and a bit outside the natural range of Joe Dumars and Lindsey Hunter, the floor has not been opened up for the Pistons this year the way it was the last couple of years. And, of course, when the floor is open, that gives Grant Hill more room to operate.
Well, it doesn't, you know, with the line being moved back, it creates some penetrating lanes for Grant Hill. However, he doesn't necessarily have the shooters that he had last year surrounding him. Now they compact the defense. He's still able to get his points. The problem is the others haven't picked up the slack.
Dumars will still shoot the threes, and he'll still shoot the big shots late in games. Brian Williams, as we start the third quarter, misses the turnaround. Allen Houston snatches the rebound.
Now, what New York has to do right now, they have to come right back and end it and finish it like they did. They have to start the second half the way they finished the first half. They got to establish themselves in the low post, establish Larry Johnson, establish Allen Houston.
Dudley hit with an offensive foul, which causes him to rip off the face mask and voice his protest a bit further.
I think Brian Williams kind of gets, Grant Long gets away with one here. You know, I don't know if that was an offensive foul or not. That should have just been a no call.